Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. We are here today to make a cocktail called the Red Lion. The Red Lion cocktail, created by a guy named Tarling and first written about by a guy named Tarling. 2 different Tarlings, brothers, but 2 different Tarlings. Anyway, these were famous bartending brothers. This cocktail came about and sort of it took the world by storm for a little bit. People really, really dug this cocktail. The name, kind of interesting. The original way that it was made, it was not red at all. There's a lot going on in this cocktail. And I think we have descended upon Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks today in order to discuss all the... We're going to discuss the Red Lion. As Kyle says, woohoo. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. Okay. We should get into this, I think. But before we get into it, let me say hello to the people. First of all, let me say hello to Bonbon. Hello, Bonbon. Good to see you. Bonbon was waiting for the bar to open and instead did exactly what she should do, which go bump up some numbers on some of my other videos. At 4 years into doing this, my numbers are not where I think they should be. However, and let's be fair, I've recently started to make them look nice. Before, I just went back and watched a few of my videos. They were tough to watch. I was blurry. I was yellow. There was a lot going on there. So thank you, Bonbon, for watching those. We're like a fresh new YouTube channel at this point. Hopefully, people will find us, and if not, it'll just be us. We'll be a dive bar. We'll be a small little dive bar. Tiki Tom wondering how come, and he says cushion, but I know what he meant. I've been called cushion my whole life. Cush. I think you should leave a key to the mat. I don't know what that is other than, and let me tell you, Tom, maybe you can go watch other videos while you wait for me. Bump up those numbers, guys. Let's get those numbers up. You don't have to like them. Just go. You don't have to watch them. Just go like them. That'd be helpful. Let's see. Bootopia is here. Good evening to you as well. GE to you all. Tiki Tom has decided he's Tiki. He's going to skip this one. That's fine. It's fine. It is an old cocktail coming from the 1930s. We're talking about. We can run into some trouble there. Now, I have adapted this cocktail just a little bit using some research that I've done in order to make this the best that it possibly can, but it's not tiki. Nobody's going to ever accuse this cocktail of being a tiki. Bonbon just made a Kush Old Fashioned. Thank you for calling it that. Not a flaming Old Fashioned or something like that. It is a Kush Old Fashioned, and we are here. Now, Moose. I don't see Moose. Dang. Moose, I might not be seeing your comments. So hopefully Moose is here. Maybe Moose is making the cocktail. Moose, if you are making the cocktail, let us know what you think. DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Kush-Tucky Derby. We are a little under a month away from the new Kush-Tucky Derby. So start thinking of which lane you're going to want, which heat you're going to want, and which horse you're going to want, because we have big things in the very near future. Here's Amy Beer hanging out with us. Hello to you. I speak for all of us. Amy, you said hello all. I speak for all. Hello. Good to see you. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, boy, I am just not Espen. Oh, there's Espen. Hello, hello, Espen. Moose. Espen is here. There he is, man of the hour. Who are we talking about? Kyle? Kyle is man of every hour. Hello, Steph and Michael. The husbands are here. Oh gosh, Shawnee Pandabaker almost overslept. I put this show in a place where, unless, of course, you're Moose and it's 3 a.m., most people wouldn't oversleep, but I love a nap too, man. Nothing like a nap. Here's Dougie G in the place to be, hanging out with me. Paulie B as well.
Wow.
Wow. Paul is here, ready to go. Lulu's on GNO tonight. Good night, Ontario. What is GNO? What is GNO? Somebody explain what GNO is. Let's see. I assume this is to me. Butopia saying my hair is perfect. Thank you. Definitely not me. What are we talking? Okay, something's going on with Moose. The moose is loose. Oh no, Moose. Okay, we're worried about Moose. Okay, good. Whew. We see Moose. We're good with Moose. I got to find out what the hair comment is. We'll do that later. Oh, maybe it's. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Either. Oh, girls. GNO. Everybody stands for Girls Night Out. Lulu is out for Girls Night Out. That is spectacular. Good. We are doing Girls Night In tonight, and that is all there is to it. What does it take to make a great cocktail and have that cocktail win awards? All kinds of stuff. First of all, the best thing you can do is read whatever the contest rules are and do exactly that. If the contest says we need you to use this product in a way that you can only use this product from now on, that would be a great way to do it. So let's say you're out there creating a cocktail and you say, you know what, we're going to make a cocktail called the, I don't know, the Jaeger bomb. You know who's going to love that? First of all the bomb companies. Any company that makes bombs, they're going to love that. But you know who's going to love that? Jaeger. Ah, that's great. Way to go on creating the Jaeger bomb. There are other ways to do it, though, as well, which is to make a cocktail that is somewhat iconic. And I do believe that the Red Lion, the cocktail we're making right now, which is called the Red Lion, I'll edit that in later. Don't you guys worry about that. Was able to sort of create a kind of iconic cocktail that we have now seen done other ways multiple times by giving it a sugar rim. But at the time, sugar rims weren't, not everybody was doing sugar rims. So it's kind of a cool way to make this. Now, where do we get the name the Red Lion? I'll tell you. Stop. I will tell you. There used to be a gin. There might still be a gin that is called Red Lion Gin. And what our very good friend and creator of this cocktail, Arthur Tarling, did was he literally just made a delicious cocktail and then called it the same thing as the gin. So now you can only use that gin in order to make the Red Lion. That's smart. That's smart. Especially if you're entering it into a contest. Now, I'm not going to say that the London Cocktail Contest of 1930 was sponsored by Red Lion. I'm not going to say that. You know why? Because I can't find anything that says it was. However, as a veteran of many cocktail contests myself and a winner of a couple, I think it's important to know that there's a good chance that the people that were sponsoring the London Cocktail Contest of 1930 definitely was a group called, what were they called? Give me 1 second. Let me check my notes. Called the Booths. Booth's Gin had a Red Lion gin. I assume Booths had something to do with it. Anyway, our friend Arthur Tarling created this cocktail. His brother, W.J. Billy Tarling, who wrote, and I think this is a great name, and I think I'm going to almost say it correctly, The ABCs of Cocktailing. It's It's a good name for a cocktail book. I'm bummed that that's taken. The ABCs of cocktailing. He put this cocktail into his book. Now, Arthur is the brother of W.J. William Tarling. So that's an awful nice thing for brothers to do. Anyway, that thing sits in a book for a little while. Eventually, a guy named David Embry comes along. He puts it into his book, changes a little bit. Why does he change it? Because he doesn't want to use Booth's Red Lion gin. He doesn't want to use it. So he makes it a little red. Smart. Smart, smart, smart. And eventually it comes to us the way that I'll make it today, which is a modern Red Lion cocktail. I think I got that in. That's a pretty good history of this cocktail. Oh, a fact that I know about. Let me just do a fact. Here's a fact. Did you know that there are over 550 bars, pubs they're called, over in England? Let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna switch my side real quick. I'm gonna like flip the picture real quick to pretend like I'm in England. And I'm gonna do the fact again. Hiyo, welcome to England. Did you know there are over 500 different pubs named the Red Lion in England? In London, England specifically? Just imagine I just did that. Anyway, 550 different pubs called the Red Lion. We have one in Los Angeles. It's a German pub, unfortunately. Okay. We've done the history. Let's get into the cocktail. A lovely, lovely cocktail. I see a lot of clapping at this point. I assume mostly for my English accent. Pretty spot on. Spot on, mate. Right-ho. Thank you, Debbie. It's a good English accent. All right. If we're going to break this one down, this is a gin daisy. That's really all this is. It's a gin daisy. A daisy is a cocktail that is sweetened by liquor. Most often, the liquor that is sweetening it is orange curacao or just an orange liqueur or triple sec like that. So basically, that's what we're dealing with. However, there are a few extra elements that we're putting in here. Plus, we're going to see some of, if not the first evidence of a sugared rim. So hold on to your socks, guys. This is intellectual spinach. We're spilling oceans and oceans of ink on what we're doing today. Let's go ahead and grab some of this. This right here is called gin. Gin, fun fact, almost wiped out England. Almost killed England at one point. There was just a whole situation where the English couldn't hang. Gin, of course, created in is a Dutch creation, but the English took to it like ducks to gin. Alcoholic ducks took to gin, and it almost killed the whole population. We'll do a whole well, you know what? I'm gonna tell that a whole story on another thing. But gin row and the gin plague, really interesting. Go ahead and grab some dry gin. We need 1.5 ounces of some dry gin. I've done the wrong thing. I will tell you I've done the wrong thing. In that I put the most expensive ingredient in first. That's not how you're supposed to do it, but I'm feeling rebellious tonight. I will say I taught a whiskey tasting class earlier today, and I've already spent a lot of time behind the bar, so I'm already feeling I'm like mid shift at this point. You guys, usually you're seeing me beginning shift. Now you're seeing me mid shift. Okay, this right here is one of, if not the greatest fruits there's ever been. I mean, I'll put it up there, high up there on sour fruits. This is a lemon. It's a pretty good fruit, I guess. Okay, go ahead and grab your lemon, slice that guy in half, and we are going to need to put in 1/2 ounce of some lemon juice. I'm gonna say that again. Let's just so I get it right. Put in 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. You noticed that I was like mumbling that, and If I'm editing this later, I'm going to say, oh God, I was mumbling that and it just didn't work out. And do I have to reshoot it? And that's basically just instant death if I have to reshoot something. Hey, I got another great fruit. Look at this fruit. This is an orange. The reason that we even have the color orange is because of the orange. That's fun. Let me stop what we're doing right here. We're going to take a break real quick. Aloha, everybody. We are in Hawaii now, getting ready to get freaking married. Are you kidding me? The Du Bois are getting married right now? Well, who even knew that? What? We don't share with everybody? Congratulations, the Du Bois. I didn't know you guys were getting married. Congratulations, guys. Honestly, let me just say, and I'm a young man, I think. I'm barely 42. I'm not 42 yet. I'm getting there. I think getting married was the best thing I ever did. So hopefully you kids, I know that it gets to be, let's say it gets to be, you get nervous right before you're in Hawaii, you know, basically Japan is a small swim away. If either of you are thinking about escaping, let me just say, don't do it. Best thing you can do. Congratulations. Let's all, if we can, think about the Du Bois. I've been calling them the Du Bois. The future Du Bois and their wonderful Hawaii wedding. I do also want to say that this is, of course, why they are here. Scott is drinking a zombie currently. Well done, Scotty. Nothing like showing up zombie drunk to your own wedding. That is a justified. That's the drunk of the just, my friend. If you can get zombie drunk just in time for your wedding, you're doing good stuff. I salute you. I feel like everything else I'm going to do it means a little less. But congratulations to the Du Bois. We love the Du Bois, and we are so excited that you guys are getting married. What day, so that we can all be thinking about it. Okay, this is an orange. This is a Kyle orange. Slice this orange in half. We don't need a ton of juice on this one. We just need about 3/4 of an ounce. So we're going to take our orange. We're going to try and squeeze 3/4 of an ounce of some orange juice out of it. I will commend my friend Kyle, even though this is a small orange. It is giving us a lot of juice. Your orange has got the juice there, Kyle. Good work. There we go. So go ahead and put in your 3/4 of an ounce of some orange juice. Doing great. We have our juices. We are deep into the juice category at this point. What do we need? One sec. Lulu and I are just 4 days away from our 29th anniversary. Well, look at all this love that we got going on here. Congratulations to Dougie G. They're getting, so their anniversary is on, what day is it today? Thursday? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. On Monday, we will all be thinking about our good friends, the Greens. Is it their wedding day today? Getting ready to get married. Oh, Wednesday. I see. Wednesday. They're getting married on Wednesday. It's a good day. It's a good day. Good day. Low Carb Cocktail Guy's phone's about to die. Sorry, Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Good to see you. And let me say hello to Willie Johnson. Hanging in, hanging out, doing all the right stuff. Willie, you're just in time to watch the best part of the show. Orange Carousel. Is it the best part of the show? It's a part of the show. It's one part of the show, and that can be important. Let's go ahead and grab some Curacao. You can use any kind of Curacao you want. In the original recipe of this, or at least in some recipes of this, it calls specifically for Grand Marnier. Since Red Lion Gin is not that big of a deal anymore, the people that have taken over this cocktail and promote this cocktail all the time is the Grand Marnier people. And I will say that I don't carry Grand Marnier in this bar. So I am interested to see what kind of lawsuit I'm about to find myself in when I make this cocktail with instead Pierre Ferrand's dry curacao and not Grand Marnier orange curacao. I really hope the lawsuit's not big. I cannot afford it. Grab some orange curacao and throw in 3/4 of an ounce. I'm sure the people that work at Grand Marnier are fine. I'm sure that there are some annoying people that work there, and I'm sure that there are some wonderful people, just like any place that you work. There are going to be good people, they're going to be weird people, they're going to be nice people, and they're going to be, people that steal your lunch. There's always going to be that kind of thing. But I prefer Pierre Ferrand for the rest of it. Yes, Bon agrees with me. I believe that the dry curacao is a better curacao than the Grand Marnier. Okay, feeling good. This is basically the cocktail. It's a slightly proportioned off. It's a little bit more orange curacao, a little less gin. It starts to get real messy there in a little bit in the original Red Lion recipe. But David Embry, I have it up here. David Embry came through at one point, and he decided, I'm noticing. I was just sitting here, and I noticed, gosh, that Red Lion is not a red cocktail. What are we going to do about that? And then he had a daydream. And he thought, ooh, grenadine. And that's what he did. Bootopia, you need Grand Marnier to make a souffle. I didn't know that. Don't think I've ever made a souffle. Is that true? No, I've never made a souffle. We don't need much, guys. This is not meant to be a flavor of this cocktail. This is more or less meant to be a color of this cocktail. So less than 1/4 ounce of some real homemade grenadine. I won't do my whole rap about not using crappy grenadine. Use good grenadine. The only reason I'm not going to do it is because I think it's important that you just know that, and that doesn't have to be a lesson every time we talk about it. Okay. That's what we got. We're going to put this off to the side because we do have to prep our glassware. I'm going to get my glassware ready. This is a Nick and Nora glass. Love a good Nick and Nora. We've already squeezed the lemon. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Normally, I've had a change of heart recently. I've had to think about stuff. I've sat in a corner and thought myself into a little oblivion. Normally, I think that you really just want to put the sugar or whatever rim right up here, right there on the top, so that people can sort of get it right to their lips and nothing else. I've had another thought recently, and let me see what you guys think about this. I'm going to take this lemon and I'm going to get this lemon all the way down here. So all the way up and down like this. Get that nice and wet. Take my sugar and dip this all the way into here. So now we have a nice deep swath. Let's knock some of that off. There we go. We got a nice deep swath there on our sugar rim. Why have I done this? On whom's authority have I decided that it is okay to put the sugar all the way down here? Well, on my own authority. Why? It's to teach people where to hold these glasses. If you now decide you're going to hold this right here, you're going to get sugar hand. And nobody wants sugar hand. They're not going to let you into places if you have sugar hand. You're supposed to hold it down here, right? So now you have this large swath of sugar right there, keeping your hands at the place it should be so that you don't touch this part up here, which is where your hands should not be. You don't want to come down with sugar hand, folks. Does it Does it look a little stupid? To be very honest, I do think it looks a little stupid. I do think that looks a little stupid. You see these bartenders that do the garnish all the way down the side of a highball. There's nowhere to hold that glass at that point. I think that looks stupid. I think that's impractical. I think this is a little stupid too, but it will keep us from getting sugar hand. Ain't nobody wants sugar hand. Let me see. Do I have? I think I still have that. Exclamations, maybe. No. Answers. No. Phrases. Oh yes. You know who has time for sugar hand?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for sugar hand. You do not want sugar hand. So when you're holding your Nick and Nora glasses, go ahead and just put it right there. Put it right there on the side. When you're doing Nick and Nora glasses, it's fine because you have a handle there. If you're doing it in a highball glass, stop it. Grab some ice, throw it in here. The only reason we're using a big piece of ice is because right before the show I forgot to get ice, and so we have to use one of my good pieces of ice. Let's give this a big old shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bring this back in and pour our cocktail into here. It kind of has that red look. It's just a little red. I'll be very honest. If I saw a lion this color, I would say, ooh, that's a red lion. I would say that's a red lion. If it came out this color, that's red for a lion. For other people, it's fine. Let me say hello real quick to Ismar Winkleman. Hello, Ismar. I have to go to work in 6 hours. You'll be fine. Get some sleep. I think it's important. Go rewatch the episode after work. That's great. Thank you, Ismar. I have other episodes too. If you like this episode, I won't do that yet. Thank you, Ismar. I appreciate it. We love anybody that likes this show or anybody that's as part of the community. There we go. This right here is a Red Lion cocktail. Do not worry about getting it any other kind of garnish. The sugar rim or the big fat sugar hand deterrent is the best way to do it. And there we have it. It's an old cocktail. It is an old cocktail. Even the newest version of the Red Lion comes from like the 1940s. So see what you think. But cheers to you guys. And cheers to all the Red Lions out there. 550 bars in London. In London, England. Hoi, hoi. Cheers, mate. All right. I think it's really good. Now, first of all, this is proof I don't have sugar hand. I held it down here to 86 sugar hand. It's a good cocktail. It is an improvement. What it reminds me of, I guess is what I'm trying to get into. What it reminds me of is a more flavorful, bigger oomph. It's got like more. It's more like dark bar than like frat bar version of a cocktail called the lemon drop shot. If you've ever had a lemon drop and said, "Ooh, I like that lemon drop," but you know what? I don't want to order it. The kids are all ordering this thing. I want to order what the adults are ordering. This is a great version of it. I do recommend, it is a little sour even still. I do recommend getting your lips over, giving yourself a little sugar lips. Tasting with the sugar, it does change the whole flavor. You do not have to do this whole mess of sugar here on the side, because obviously this from like here down, that's just for Kyle to clean. Just from right here all the way down, that's kind of it. But from here up, I would recommend it. So maybe a fat, like a fat swath right around. Give people the option to not drink the sugar, but it doesn't need to go all the way. It doesn't need to go all the way down here. This is no man's land down here. It's freaking delicious. Hashtag sugar lips. I used to crew on a racing sailboat called Sugar Lips. All right. Wow. There is, let me just say, Doug, a lot to unpack right there. that is a freaking full story in one sentence. I got to read it again one more time. Let's just unpack everything we've just learned about Doug. I used to crew on a racing sailboat called Sugar Lips. That is a novel in a sentence. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was awesome. Sugar going to run down the glass and get sugar hands. Yes, we are in some danger of sugar hands. We do not want sugar hands, but I'll be very honest. Right now, we're doing pretty good. As long as you can drink this fast enough, maybe honestly don't drink it in like extreme heat to let that go down. Yes, Bon, mind blown about Captain Doug of the Sugar Lips of the SS Sugar Lips. Boy, Doug's just gonna drop that and walk away. I love it. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. That's just so much good information. Let's see. Full employment for Kyle. That's right. I'm keeping job security around. Okay. Let me do this before anything else, and then we'll go. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment on all of these videos, not just this one, all of them. If you really like this one, you're going to really like other ones. So maybe just go back and like and share and comment on those ones and hit that bell and ring it, and then listen to the end music that goes ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, yeah. Well, folks, maybe this is the wrong channel. Yes, could be. Dougie G, there are so many great boats. There are so many great boat names. I agree. But Dougie G, who knew that you were a swabby on SS Sugar Lips? We didn't until right now, and now we do. And you know what? We're not going to use that against you. We're going to use it to, we're just going to keep it in our back pocket. And remember that. We're going to think of you every once in a while when we're trying to fall asleep. We're going to be counting or doing whatever you do to get to sleep. We're going to be like dividing by 7 or whatever you guys do. And we're going to go, huh, I wonder if he wore a full sailor's outfit when he was on the SS Sugar Lips. Suddenly it's 7 a.m. and we don't know where the time went because we've been thinking of Doug swabbing the deck of the SS Sugar Lips as a crew, as the crew of the speedboat, the Sugar Lips. Crew, not swabby. Basically, please. Basically, crew is swabby. What's a swabby versus a crew? Is swabby not part of the crew? Sorry, Bon. Are we kicking the swabbies out of the crew? Swabbies are part of the crew. You need to have them. Hot Pants Navy album. Not a swabby. I'm a formal Yacht Club Commodore 2. What the heck is a swabby? Doug was on Night Watch. I love it. Honestly, Doug, that was just good information. I just love it. Not just, oh, it said not, sorry. Yes, I said it right. Not just a swabby. But possibly a swabby a little bit. Night's Watch is the name of my current crew boat. I love it. Awesome. All right. Well, guys, we have learned, dare I say, we've learned too much today. We learned about the brothers Tarling. We learned about WJ. We learned about Albert. The guy's name, kind of a weird name. His name was Arthur Albert Tarling. Created this cocktail. His brother wrote about it. He won some competitions with it, and honestly, it's delightful. Oh gosh! Oh, okay. Sorry, I've buried the lead. Saturday's show. I have a big guest. I booked him today. I have a big guest. His name is Shane Salk. Okay, now maybe that's not big to you, but to a lot of people, this is a big character. This guy is the writer, director, and producer of a number of podcasts that people freaking love. Carcerum and We Are Alive, a zombie podcast, and it's like a medieval fantasy thing. His name is Shane Salk. He is a friend of mine. He has agreed to come onto the show. We're going to be making a penicillin. Why are we making a penicillin? Because I didn't understand the assignment. He is the great grandson of Jonas Salk, who created the polio vaccine. So we're going to talk about, and I understand penicillin and polio are not the same thing. I get it, and he reminds me of it every time I see him. But we have Shane Salk as a guest this week, and we are going to be making a classic Sam Ross cocktail called the penicillin. Hanging out with Shane. I promise you guys, you're going to love Shane. One of my favorite people, and he will quickly become one of yours. A multi-talented dude that is funny and insightful and has done just about everything in the business. So what scotch do we need? You're going to need Compass Box, Bootopia. I've spoken with my probably best friend, my best friend in the whole world. I've spoken with Sammy Ross, and he said he used Compass Box scotch for the scotch in the cocktail. And then you're going to need some Lagavulin Islay or Isla. Why did I say Islay? Isla scotch as a topper. And then you're going to need to make some ginger syrup and some honey. Yes, you're going to need some Isla scotch for the floater. And that's that. So tune in this weekend for a huge appearance. I assume that Shane will become a regular on the show. And if nothing else, his audio is going to be on point. So tune in this Saturday for a Shane Salk show related to Jonas Salk, but also has made a name for himself in the audio world. Yes, thank you, Bootopia. Bootopia will not miss it. Hopefully the rest of you will absolutely be here. You guys are going to love Shane. He is such a good guy. Okay, that's what I have for you guys until Friday. There's no live show with Mix. There will be a live show next week with Mix. But until Saturday with Shane Salk, let me say, like we always say,
that's funny. I'm funny.
And then sometimes we look at ourselves in the mirror as we're trying to fall asleep and think about Doug, and then we go,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Honestly, I can't be thinking about Doug anymore. I can't be thinking about Doug crewing the Sugar Lips. I've run out of time.
Goodbye.
So I have to say
goodbye
to you. Goodbye to you, Doug, and the rest of the crew of the SS Sugar Lips, and goodbye to all of us who are here. Gosh, there's a lot to think about. Okay, goodbye.
Well, my mistake. Please save your questions until I'm through. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
Woo! Yes! All right! Woo!
the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
When did you discover that you were so beautiful?
Today's secret word is what?